What's up everybody, Stone from Stick on the Ice here and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be removing the best player from every NHL team and see what happens to the league. So quickly, I'm going to go through all the players that have been removed from each team. Starting with the Anaheim Ducks, they're going to be losing a solid piece on their D-line with Hampus Lindholm. I also want to clarify, I'm removing whoever is the highest overall on each team that isn't a goalie. For the Arizona Coyotes, I just feel bad for this team. They're an absolute dumpster fire, and I'm not going to remove anyone. The Bruins are losing a very important piece of their core with Brad Marchand, while Buffalo, they're losing former first overall pick Rasmus Dahlin. The red hot Calgary Flames are losing 88 overall Elias Lindholm. Also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe. I'm trying to hit 4,000 subs by the end of the year, and every single sub helps a ton. And drop a like, I want to see if we can get 500 likes on this video. Carolina is losing a guy I did a career sim of yesterday, go check that out if you haven't already, and Sebastian Aho. The Blackhawks are losing one of the faces of the franchise in Patrick Kane. Colorado is also losing a very important piece of their team in Nathan McKinnon. Columbus is losing their top D-man in Zach Werenski. Dallas is also losing their best D-man in Miro Heiskanen. Detroit's going to be taking a big hit to their team with the loss of Tyler Bertuzzi. The Oilers, to no surprise, are probably taking the biggest hit out of any team with the loss of Connor McDavid. I'm actually pretty curious on how this team performs without him. Florida's losing their number one center in Alex Barakov. Similar to Florida, the Kings are losing their number one center in Anze Kopitar. After a stellar rookie season, Kaprizov isn't going to be able to capitalize that as he's removed from the Wild. Montreal is losing a very important piece from their Stanley Cup run in Shea Weber. Nashville's also losing their top D-man in Roman Josi. New Jersey's going to be added to the list of teams that are losing a top defenseman as Dougie Hamilton's going to be removed. The Islanders are losing one part of their young core in Matthew Barzal, while the Rangers, they're losing an important veteran in Antemi Panarin. The Senators are also going to be losing one part of their young core in Thomas Chabot. Sean Couturier had a nice run in Philly, but his time's come to an end. The Pittsburgh Penguins are losing their face of the franchise in Sidney Crosby, while San Jose, they're only losing Thomas Hertl. Seattle's losing a true legend and their captain, Mark Giordano. And St. Louis is losing the man that helped them win their first ever Stanley Cup, Ryan O'Reilly. Now this one's going to be controversial. So technically, according to EA, Victor Hedman is the highest overall on Tampa that isn't a goalie. Now you might say he's tied with Kucherov, but these players are still ranked based on overall. So a 92 overall Victor Hedman technically has better numbers than a 92 overall Kucherov, if that makes any sense. Toronto's also losing the man that was supposed to turn their franchise around in Austin Matthews. Meanwhile, Vancouver's taking a hit with the loss of TJ Miller. Vegas is taking a huge hit with the loss of Golden Knights legend Jack Eichel. The Capitals, similar to Pittsburgh, are losing the face of the franchise in Alexander Ovechkin. Finally, Winnipeg's losing their top center, Mark Scheifele. Now that we know who's been removed from every team, comment down below who do you think is going to lead the league in scoring and which team's going to have the best record. Personally, I'm all in on the Tampa Bay Lightning, and I got Kucherov leading the league in points. When the season came to an end, the Las Vegas Golden Knights are at the top of the league with a 50-24-8 record. Not too far behind were the Florida Panthers and Tampa Bay Lightning with records of 51-29-2. The biggest surprise to me was the fact that the Vancouver Canucks finished 4th overall. How did this team do better after losing JT Miller? The Blackhawks are also surprising me, finishing with a 44-26-12 record for 8th overall. Without Austin Matthews, the Leafs are barely going to make the playoffs, finishing with a record of 42-34-6. And clinching the final playoff spot is going to be the Anaheim Ducks with a record of 41-35-6. Even though I didn't remove anyone from the Coyotes, they were still the dumpster fire of the NHL, finishing 29th with a 34-38-10 record. Now, we're going to take a quick look at the scoring leaders from each conference. In the West, Leon Draisaitl's leading with 50 goals and 37 assists for 87 points. Not too far behind was Brock Besser with 39 goals and 45 assists. Coming in third was Alex DeBrincat with 79 points. Fourth was Quinn Hughes with 74 points. And to round off the top 5 was Tyler Seguin with 72. Over in the Eastern Conference, Nick Backstrom's leading the way with 26 goals and 60 assists for 86 points. Keep in mind, he did this without Ovi. Pasta's coming in second with 32 goals and 51 assists for 83 points. Bergeron was third with 82, fourth was Carlson with 82, and fifth was Claude Giroux with 80 points. Overall, Leon Draisaitl is leading the league in points, followed by Nick Backstrom and Brock Besser. So we finally reached the Stanley Cup playoffs. I want you guys to comment down below who do you think is going to win the Stanley Cup. I'm going to go with the Tampa Bay Lightning. They may have lost Hedman, but they still got a ton of talent on this team. With the first round in the books, my prediction's still alive. We're down to 4 matchups, with the Blackhawks taking on the Avalanche, Canucks vs Ducks, Leafs vs Islanders, and Lightning vs Habs. And just like that, we're down to 4 teams. In the West, we have the Avalanche taking on the Ducks, And in the East, we have the Islanders taking on the Habs. And it all comes down to this. We've reached the Stanley Cup final, and the Anaheim Ducks are taking on the New York Islanders. The Ducks, the team that clinched the final playoff spot, has somehow made it all the way to the Stanley Cup final. I wouldn't have predicted that. When the playoffs came to an end, the Islanders would come out on top as Stanley Cup champions. Looking at the leading playoff scorers here, I'm pretty surprised. Nikita Kucherov is leading the way with 20 points in 12 games. Keep in mind, he was eliminated in the second round, but he still finished as the top guy. Coming in second was Jacob Silfverberg with 4 goals and 15 assists for 19 points. And to round off the top 3, Brayden Point with 3 goals and 16 assists for 19 points in 12 games. Finally, we're going to take a look at who took home awards. Draisaitl's winning the Art Ross and Hart, while John Carlson's taking home the Norris. Pasta's winning the Lady Byng, and Lucas Raymond's winning the Calder. Varlamov's taking home the Conn Smythe, and Demko's taking home the Vezina. Robin Lehner's going to be winning the William Jennings Award, while Bergeron, he's taking home the Frank Selke. And to finish off the final 2 awards, Leon Draisaitl's taking home the Ted Lindsay and Rocket Richard trophy. So if you enjoyed this video, I definitely recommend checking the one out on screen. Remember to drop a like and subscribe.